the founding story of the Chispa. So I worked at an investment firm for 6 years out of school, and then after that investment firm, I knew I wanted to do something in the social impact space, but didn't know what. So I decided to take a year and research, reading books on how do economies work, talking to a bunch of firms in this space, and then also some of my own bottoms-up experiments. So I went around to the different social impact hubs around the world to just see, watch, learn. And one of the things I noticed that really confused me was I would be reading all these advertisements on these inventions designed for the bottom of the pyramid, but then when actually on the ground, I didn't see anyone using them. And I just didn't understand why. So I thought, okay, let me try to use them and see. So I rented a piece of land in rural Kenya and tried to build myself a house and a farm with using all of these products designed for the bottom of the pyramid, and quickly realized why people weren't using them. And it's often because they're designed by people sitting in New York, San Francisco, London, who are missing the details and context of the particular environment, and with some of those details and context missing, the products become close to irrelevant. So after that experiment, I was looking around and I found this incubator called the Soma Project, now called Soma Africa, and it was the first idea that made sense to me. What they do is they believe, one, entrepreneurs have the power to change the world. Two, people who are closest to the problems are also closest to the solutions. So they find aspiring entrepreneurs who want to make a difference in their community, and they help them develop profitable businesses that give back by giving them access to business training, financing, sales channels. That idea made so much sense to me. And so I got on their board. I worked with them in Kenya for 2 years. Loved the work, really wanted to live in Mexico City. So I told them, hey, I'm stealing your idea and I'm bringing it to Mexico City. And they said, cool, how can we help? And 2.5 years ago, I brought that same model to Mexico, and we're in the process of expanding across the Americas. And it's based on that same premise. Entrepreneurs have the power to change the world. People who are closest to the problems are also closest to the solutions. They also often just don't have access to the tools and resources needed in order to develop businesses that are therefore sustainable because they're profitable, that also make a difference and solve a real problem for their community. So we have training, financing, and collaborative sales channels. So far, we've touched about 150 aspiring entrepreneurs, have taken some part of our training, and we have 23 active businesses in our portfolio. And because we've gone virtual, next year we're expected to expand exponentially thanks to our new 21-day boot camp, where entrepreneurs, free, all through WhatsApp, the major messaging platform, can go from I want to be an entrepreneur maybe, but I don't know where to start and I don't have an idea, all the way to pitching to financing and to customers at the end of that 21 days. And then those that qualify receive a small grant to prototype their business. Depending on how that prototyping goes, they may qualify to receive a low interest rate loan. And then depending on how their business grows, we will eventually enter into some equity forming relationship with them. I am obsessed with the Chispa. The entrepreneurs I work with are some of the most intelligent, passionate, determined humans I know, but just by nature of where they were born, they don't have access to the same resources. So, but Chispa's changing that. We're finding the next Elon Musks of the world, and we're going to enable them and partner with them to develop businesses that truly make an impact.